Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our coverage of the civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia. As we had talked about in previous episodes covering the ongoing civil war in the former state of Ethiopia, we had discussed the ongoing Oromo Liberation Army offensive and then the counteroffensive, the failed counteroffensive by Abiy loyalist forces. And as we ascertain more information about what has happened or what is happening to the west of Addis Ababa, the capital, also known as Finfinne, the fighting centered some roughly 50 miles west of Addis Ababa continues. Now, this is not a government offensive or an Abiy loyalist offensive. As we know, that offensive has failed a few weeks back, or well over a month ago, actually. And now we are starting to see Oromo Liberation Army units consolidate their control in western or central Oromia to the west of the capital. We do know that there were reported units of the OLA just on the outskirts of Addis Ababa, but now we're starting to see a further consolidation of Oromo Liberation Forces activity west of Addis, about 50 miles, and located in central Oromia, in this area where my cursor is circling. It's in all probability fairly rough days ahead for the Abiy Ahmed regime as we continue to see a vicious civil war taking place in the Oromia region. We are also seeing al-Shabaab fighters from Somalia cross into the former state of Ethiopia. Why are these fighters crossing into the former state of Ethiopia? Well, the reason for that is just that. It is a former working entity. A lot of the ability of the central government to provide military covering for the eastern areas of the country, specifically Somaliland and near the Somali border, has been greatly hampered by the ongoing fighting and fracturing that we have seen inside of the ENDF. Again, as we had talked about many months ago when we were covering the fighting that was taking place between the Tigrayan Defense Forces and the forces of the Abiy loyalists, the Abiy loyalist army, the ENDF, otherwise as known, took a serious beating in that conflict. We saw the ENDF be completely defeated inside of the Tigray region, then driven out of the Tigray region, and then we observed the Tigrayan counter invasion of the Amhara region, taking control of many of the larger cities in the Amhara region. But that led to the basic destruction of the ENDF. It does not look like it appeared during the early stages of the conflict when it, with the support of Eritrea, invaded the Tigray region. So its ability to counter the Oromo Liberation Army, to counter some of the militia units, the al-Shabaab militia groups that are crossing the border into Somaliland, and then obviously the continued fighting that is taking place along the border with Sudan as well. So a multi-pronged, multi-ethnic civil war taking place, and we continue to see the former state of Ethiopia deteriorate day by day. And it looks like the Oromo Liberation Army is becoming stronger and stronger day by day, and we anticipate that at some point we will see a direct move into Addis Ababa by the Oromo Liberation Army. It is just gaining too much strength. We are seeing Oromo ethnic Oromo units of the ENDF defecting to the Oromo Liberation Army. We are seeing many of these ENDF units that are in contact with the Oromo Liberation Army dissolve very, very, very quickly. The main power base right now for the Abiy regime obviously is in Addis Ababa. The federal police forces, the Republican Guard forces remain strong in the capital, but that is, and some other units as well of the ENDF that are still fairly well capable of performing operations in defense of the capital in the capital region. But outside of that, the ability of the Abiy loyalists to go into the Oromia region and take the fight to the OLA right now is just something that is not in the realm of the capabilities of the ENDF at this point. And then furthermore, what is the Tigrayan Defense Forces going to do? I believe, and I've talked about this before, that if the TDF were to launch another general offensive, and it appears the TDF right now are watching Eritrea more than looking south, but if that were to happen, the TDF could probably destroy the ENDF rather quickly. Now, obviously, there would be some international issues in regards to said operation. The international issue was the primary reason why the TDF did not continue its advance into the capital of Addis Ababa when it probably could have, when it was on the outskirts of Debre Berhan, pressing southwest. But we will continue to monitor, report on the ongoing civil war with further videos as we get information. Thanks again for joining us. Have a good day.